in improving connectivity and information sharing in the Arctic, how could the Estonian phenomenal experience of using information technology for a new type of 21st century governance be a relevant contribution to the Arctic cooperation?
Yes, before I turn to digital, I would like to also say a few words about the sea passage. I know it's developing quite quickly and a lot of investment is made, but about 20 convoys per year is not the volume which is rapidly growing. We can see that indeed these convoys find it difficult to pass the passage, and that is the reason why the reliability of the delivery has been always a question. And I always feel a little bit uneasy when we are, and we will be, and I know that we are taking advantage of something which actually we are regretting, which is the Arctic melting, the melting of the tundra, etc. And I'm not so sure LNG will be part of our energy mix for a very long time. At least I am an idealist. I believe that all countries can rely on totally renewable sources. Iceland can, of course. Not everybody is so lucky, but we have some things. We don't have fire, but we have wind, and hence it's always a little bit difficult to say yes. I mean, these are the great perspectives when we know that they stem from something which actually paradoxal is not something we want to have. Now to the digital cooperation. Estonia indeed is a country which delivers all its public service online, and we are very used to thinking that all logistics operations can be done online. We are working with international organizations, for example, World Health Organization, to develop international digitized systems. For example, a global vaccination passport project in World Health Organization is an Estonian development. Together with International Telecommunication Union, Estonian companies are developing a toolbox of Lego pieces for governments to provide public services. Hence, for us, it is totally understandable to think of the world as data which need to be shared, which need to be analyzed, which need to be protected. And also we can very easily see the polar developments as a lot of data which need to be gathered, collected, shared, analyzed, and developed. For that, we need less and less the presence of people. My climate advisor here in Estonian President's office, Timo Palo, was part of the team of the French ship Tara, which drifted across the Arctic to gather scientific data. Estonia nowadays is making unmanned platforms which can transport all kinds of equipment and keep in communication with people who are relatively far away. These platforms probably are easier to allow to get stuck in Arctic ice and then deliver us information and data. And this is something which for Estonians comes quite naturally, to think that all our data is for protecting, but also for sharing and working on together. So wherever you are looking and you see that you want to know something, then there is a digital way of finding what already exists, creating the rest, and then analyzing and sharing. Data sharing, data pools, this is something which Estonia is currently also actively working with in the European Union, also making sure that while we need data security, we still need it to be, mineable, accessible, useful. Two things can go together. This is for us the very important slogan, and we are ready to share our experiences and work with all other Arctic Council nations in order to make this data representation of the Arctic also happen.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think the the experience and the know-how that you have established in this field could be of great use to the Arctic, because one of the big challenges is how the smaller communities, small on the global scale, that are spread over this vast territory from Alaska through Canada, into Greenland and then into Russia. And I say again, a territory, if you add it all up, is the size of Africa, is one of the key questions of whether the Arctic can join. The people of the Arctic can join the global community.